Hello everybody and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island. Don't remember the episode number, but this is season 7. And it's going to be very heavy on Jake and Liberty. Obviously, that's how the episode was. For the people in the comments who are like, you're going too hard on Jake, blah, blah, blah. Suck it up. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. There is going to be a turnaround for him in this video, so don't think I'm just here to bash people. But yeah, let's get into it. Before I do, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Let's go. So Jake and Liberty are reveling in the high of saying, I love you, and she's ready to come down and share with her friends. This is not the response she wanted.
You're going to hate me.
Oh my God, wow.
Do you not think he's telling you what you want to hear right now?
Yeah.
I'm
Is that what you all guys think? I don't know, baby.
Oh, okay.
The poor thing thought the girls would be proud of her because she stood her ground, and they were. But the problem with her standing her ground, they've said this even before today, was that you come in having one thing in mind, one mission in mind. He says something and completely deters you from how you were feeling. And it's not to say that he's unable to make her, to get rid of her insecurities, but he deflects. And he does that a lot, you know? She'll come in hot talking about one thing and then come back talking about, oh, it was nothing. I was overreacting. Babe, you're not overreacting. He sees that you're naive. He gets into your head and it works every time. Faye and Chloe both leave the situation. And I was seeing on Twitter, some people were like, what the hell? Why would they leave? Da, da, da. I'm like that. When I was younger, whenever my dad would start raising his voice at me, he didn't yell, but he's a big dude. So when he would raise his voice, I'd be like, I gotta go, because I'm gonna say some disrespectful stuff that's gonna get me in even more trouble than I am right now. And I think that's what they were trying to do. I feel like it only just dampened the situation more. However, they did understand that anything they would say wouldn't make the situation better. So just remove themselves from it. So I understood why they did that. And I also understand why people are like, well, that's dumb. Why would you do that? But if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything nice at all, you know? I also do have to say, I feel like these people don't require enough in relationships. You know, when something bad happens, I truly, truly believe the only person who has actually shown change behavior is Toby. And I feel like Toby, the difference is because his change behavior came without being provoked, you know? It wasn't like Chloe was asking him change, and then finally he changed, or he wasn't exposed of something and then was like, oh, I got to do better because now I've been caught. Like, his evolution was actually on his own, and he made the promise to Chloe to be a changed person and has shown that. But when it comes to Millie and Liam, when it comes to Faye and Teddy, when it comes to Jacob and Liberty, I don't feel like Liberty asks enough from Jake in terms of actions. Same with Teddy. Didn't ask enough of Faye and just sweep that under the rug too quickly. Liam and Millie, come on, you know? So just because Jake and Liberty, fine, they're younger, cool. But the other ones are a little bit older. And I'm like, yeah, it's great. Oh, yeah, let's just enjoy our time here. But when you go outside, what's going to be different? Especially now that you're going out with clout, you're going out with a platform, you're going out with money and DMs and popularity and stuff. If you cannot solidify right now, what are we going to do to make sure that we are solid before anything else? You're going to go out there, you're going to crash and burn. Crash and burn. And as much as there are a lot of Love Island couples who are still together, there are a lot who barely make it 6 months. And it's looking like that's what's going to happen this year too. So he actually has a moment, Jake, where he's talking to the guys, explaining the situation. And even in his explanation, it still sounds like a cop-out to me.
Yeah, she said this is obviously, I want to let out now so we can move on from this, or we go our separate ways. She was going, what's on your mind? There's something there. And I'm like, shit on my seat going, I need to tell her now exactly how I feel.
The problem isn't that he said, I love you. The problem is the time that he chose to say it. I feel like an easy fix would have been, okay, Liberty, I understand what you're saying. I hear it and I receive it. Here are the things that I'm going to do to be better. Here are the things that I acknowledge that I did wrong. And in all of that, in seeing my wrongs and all this stuff, and even seeing the person that you are and the person that you make me, I do feel like I do have strong feelings for you. And I'm even at the point where I want to tell you that I love you. Something like that would have been better, instead of Liberty saying, here's how I feel, here's how I feel, here's how you wrong me, but da 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 da. How do you feel? I love you. Ugh, no, that is a cop out. This man said it has been on his tongue for 2 weeks. This is not a proposal where you need to propose at the right time in the right area. Make sure you got the ring secured and everything. If you love the person, you tell the person you love them. If the moment isn't right, make a right moment. Just like you did asking her to be your girlfriend, you created a right moment. But you felt like, oh, now that I'm in a corner, which he was, now you feel like it's time to say I love you. It just came out and it's always been on my mind. No, it wasn't. No, it was not. This man literally... Okay, no, let me talk about Toby pulling him aside first. Toby was throwing the house under the bus, including his own girl, because he's like, well, they feel like, but I don't feel like that. I don't. Well, how do you feel then, Toby? How do you feel? Because really, you're just making everybody look bad, including your girl. And I get it. He was trying to be there for Jake. Jake is his friend, but friends don't sugarcoat situations. Is Toby the one to even know how to properly navigate the situation? No, he's still on his own growth process. But you'd be lying if you did not think he was copping out. It was a cop out. And also, I do have to say, just because it was a cop-out situation, it doesn't nullify the feelings. He could genuinely have love for Liberty, or as he said, be in love with Liberty. But the timing was definitely opportunistic. It was definitely a way to deflect, and it's very evident. After Toby and him have their conversation, he storms through the villa, goes to the bathroom, takes off his shirt, leaves the theatrics. And to the people who were saying like, no, Jake is genuine, da da da, even the people running Liberty's account think he's genuine. Okay. Really take it in that they showed multiple conversations about Jake being a showman for television. A television show is not going to do that unless that has been the narrative. They're not going to put themselves on blast, really emphasizing production and people playing up for television unless that's actually the story. So whether you personally think he's being for real, clearly there's something there where he's playing it up. He might actually have these feelings. He might actually be true in the words that he's saying, but I think that he's adding to it to make sure he looks good. And okay, fine, you have the right to do that, but at the detriment of Liberty, and Liberty of all people, this sweetheart, I'll be damned if somebody like Jake breaks her heart. Oh, I would be so mad. We see later on that his concern is more about looking disingenuous and being called a cop-out rather than Lib having these conversations with people and her feeling unsure about the situation. And I feel like Toby was right to say your mind is not in the right place right now. Like, you feeling this way does not matter. The point of the matter is for you to go and reassure this girl that what you're saying is true. It might have been the wrong time, but it's true. He later has a conversation with Faye, and Chloe decides to join in because she's like, listen, you're not going to make it seem like it was just her. It was also me. And they're basically saying the optics aren't good.
Seems like, yeah, you got the label on it, and then you're like, yeah, Liv, and you're not done anything, but like, it doesn't stop there. It's where it starts.
Yeah, for me and for Liv, I've said it now. I mean it.
Well, you just need to
We
prove
move
that
on
you love
together.
each other.
It's exactly that.
I already said a simple fix would have been just to give the reassurance, give the solutions to their problems, really air out how they can make this partnership what it needs to be, and then top it with an I love you, or to top it as it like I'm falling for you. Because a lot of men know how to throw I love you in the perfect situation to let you put your guard down. They know what they doing. Okay, I know a lot of people like to say men are trash, blah, blah. Men are smart. A lot of men out here are smart. And you know how? because a lot of women watching this video have been played by a man, and he didn't do that because he was stupid. Just saying. It seemed like he did understand that the timing wasn't right. He left that conversation saying that, but then the next morning he was like, I don't care what people say, so whatever, we're just going to move on from that. Why are we seeing Priya and Brett? Why? I do not care. These people are like stale bread. Priya, as beautiful as she is, I'm tired of looking at her on the screen. I'm tired. I'm so tired. We are so bored of them that even she is bored of them.
If she was on the outside, she would have left it there.
You joking?
She's bored.
At this point, I would rather watch Aaron and Mary, and I'm not even that invested in their story, you know? Kaz and Tyler, where are they? Nowhere. Just done. So done. I'm so done. Why are they wasting our time? What is it? At the end of the episode, there's a dumping that's going to happen tomorrow night, and basically everybody picks who they feel like is the least compatible, and the final decision of who gets dumped is up to the voters. Now, do I believe it will be completely up to the voters? I don't know, because the voting has been kind of sketchy lately, but I like that the people have a chance to say something. It will be shocking if two couples go home and it's like Priya and Thing and then like Faye and Teddy, because I know they will be shook. They're expecting Mary and Aaron to go, but I actually want them to stay. I really want them to stay. Until then, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.